They said if the old mortar ever whispers your name, you will never live to see the sunrise. At first, nobody believed it, until one boy decided to test the legend for himself. What he discovered still haunts the village to this day. At the edge of a forgotten house, hidden behind broken walls and dust, stood a wooden mortar. In the daytime, it looked harmless, just an old kitchen tool people once used to pound food. But after midnight, the mortar became something else. It began to whisper. The voices were not of the living. They belonged to the dead. Some nights, it spoke in the soft cries of a woman who died long ago. Other nights, it carried the angry screams of men whose graves had never been blessed. The mortar revealed the darkest secrets buried in the graveyard. Secrets of betrayal, murder, and sins that had been hidden for generations. At first, the villagers were curious. They listened from afar. They thought the mortar was only repeating old stories of the past. But soon, the whispers changed. The mortar began to call names. And everyone whose name was spoken was found lifeless before morning. Their eyes wide open, their faces twisted in terror, as though they had seen something no living soul should ever see. Fear spread. No one went near the abandoned house anymore. Parents warned their children never to stay out after dark. The mortar became a curse, a warning everyone respected. But there was one boy who refused to believe the story. He thought it was nothing but a tale made to scare children. One night, when the moon was full and the village slept, he crept into the old house. The mortar sat silently in the shadows. He hid in the corner, waiting for midnight. At first, there was nothing. The boy almost laughed at the foolishness of the villagers. But then the air grew heavy. The mortar trembled, and the whispers began. They started faint, like a breeze moving through the trees. Then louder, clearer, until the boy could hear every word. The mortar spoke of a man who murdered his own brother. It revealed the lies of a woman who poisoned her family. It told the story of a child buried alive. The boy sat frozen, his heart pounding. Still, he refused to move. He thought it was only voices, only stories. But then, the whispers stopped. And in the silence, the mortar spoke his name. Not once, not twice, over and over again. And with his name, it revealed a secret. His secret. Something so dark, so hidden, that no one in the world could possibly have known. By dawn, the boy was gone. His shoes were found at the doorway, but his body was never seen again. Since that night, the mortar still sits in the abandoned house. At midnight, it whispers again. It tells the secrets of the dead, and sometimes the names of the living. The villagers know one rule. If you ever hear the mortar speak your name, you will not live to hear it twice. There are many more stories like this coming your way. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one.